have this really bad habit as I'm getting ready to do a workout where I notice everything that seems to need to get done in that moment before I do my workout. And I typically am able to filter through this a little bit better when I have a timed event that I need to be at, such as my job on a regular working day, but on a day like today where I'm on vacation from school and I don't have any pressing timed events, I am kind of avoiding my workout a little bit, but even more than that, I'm just quite literally seeing all the stuff that I feel like has to get taken care of, and my idea is if I take care of it now, then I don't have to do it afterwards. Are you like that? Does anyone else do this where you set your sights on one activity and then a zillion little ones fall into place prior to you getting to the initially planned activity? People ask me what I do for a fitness program, and I choose to use the Apple Fitness program. It is something that I pay for monthly, but I am an Apple lover. I have multiple Apple devices, so it felt like a natural choice for me to make given how seamlessly the program syncs with those Apple devices. I will note that you need an Apple device in order to stream these workouts. If you have an iPhone, that would work. I have used my iPhone for these workouts many times, and it is manageable. The screen size is obviously smaller than if you had an iPad or a smart TV where you could stream from. I prefer my iPad, but I have had many times where I'm downloading or uploading a video and just use my phone, and it does work. So manageable that way, but I felt like that was an important thing for you to know if you are considering looking into that program. I feel like the Apple Fitness program offers a lot of variety in workout types. I'm a person who settles into rhythms, and I like to do the same type of workout for multiple days in a row, and then all of a sudden, for no real rhyme or reason, my body, my muscles want to change and I want to do something different. So I enjoy that this program has so many different ways that you can work out, from Pilates to HIIT to yoga to treadmill workouts and all sorts of other things as well. Also, this video is not sponsored by them or anything like that. These are just my authentic feelings. Steaming of today's shirt is done. We are wrinkle-free. The wet spots you're seeing, that's the result of filling the steamer a little bit too full with water. It bubbles out like that. So that happened on the front side, but on the back, we're good to go. So I'll pop that on in a minute, and then we're gonna get hair and makeup done and move on with our day. Did pre-dust these shelves in here because I wanted to add this little watering can jar. It's porcelain, so I don't know if you can really call it a can, but anyway, this waterer, I wanted to add this to the shelves in here, but I didn't want to put a brand new item on dusty shelves, so went ahead and cleaned the shelves. But oh my goodness, grabbed this at Target. It is just adorable. I have a couple of plants on the shelves here in the bathroom, and this is going to make it a lot easier to water them. Here on the shelf we have a fiddly fig that is trying so hard to come back. I'm really pleased with its growth. It is a slow grower, so if you have a fiddly fig that is just a stick and there are no leaves, give it time. Don't just toss it out. It has been quite a few weeks, possibly even 2 months since it was just a stick, and we've gotten only those couple of leaves so far. It is also winter, so it's not the prime growing time, and I haven't fertilized it. I'm sure those springtime and fertilizing it will help, but yeah, if you have one that's looking rough, give it time. Then we have an orchid over here. She has put so much effort into these beautiful flowers, and so some of her oldest leaves down here are looking a little wrinkly, but her newer leaves are looking good, so she's doing beautiful things. And then, oh darn, I forget the name of this one. Oh, I'll insert it when I figure it out. Oh, Swedish Ivy, there we go. This one was so big and full and beautiful, and Hank got to it. He's got some kind of weird obsession with plants, and he knocked this one down, and so many sections of it broke. I was able to repot some of the sections, reroot them, and then repot them into other containers, but ultimately this mother plant took a beating, and she's doing good. She's got a lot of beautiful fresh growth. I'm looking forward to spring and summer for her because I think she's gonna really, really grow and take off. So anyway, I'm showing them to you because I wanted to show you how adorable this little water is in action. Oh my goodness. So previously I would take each of these plants off of the shelf to water them. So this is just a really nice option so that that is not necessary anymore. I love it. Good morning. I hope that you're having a wonderful start to your day wherever you are. It has been a good morning over here, gotten a couple of things accomplished off camera, took care of some bills and things like that. Took my time getting to my workout this morning and getting myself dressed and ready for the day. My hair is very wet right now. I really like to let it air dry. It's better for it, and I like the way it looks when it air dries. So it will be wet for the next little bit while it is air drying. The kids are enjoying a movie downstairs so that I could get myself ready for the day, and now it is time to tackle a few other things. Really need to get the Valentine's decor down, also need to dust. Oh, dusting, a necessary evil. So I think I'm gonna go around and take all of the decorations down first, then I'll go through and dust. I'll bring you along for those things. And after we've accomplished that, I think we need to take a trip to town. I have some paperwork that needs to be dropped off at the doctor's office, and I need to drop something off to Brandon at work. And my sister may join us so that we can get some supplies for an activity that she and I want to do later. So that's what the next portion of the day is looking like. If we go out, I am sure I'm going to make a stop at Starbucks because the Starbucks addiction is real these days. So that's what's on the agenda, and definitely several other things on the to-do list, but gonna save those for if I get to them. And I like to have everything that I want to accomplish on my to-do list, but I like to prioritize a couple of things and just focus on those before I then go thinking about other things, because if I think about the whole to-do list initially, it feels very overwhelming, and then I am less likely to actually get started on the tasks. So if I just focus on a couple of things, I am much more likely to get started, and that is often the hardest part. So let's go take the decor down, let's go dust, and let's see where the day takes us after that. Lunch a snacky lunch, and this is their favorite. They just like to be able to kind of have what they want. Each of them has something a little bit different, but we've got a vegetable and a fruit in there. I'm not always great about that, but you know, I'm trying. Got some protein for each of them, and it's decent to me. Easy to put together. They love it, they eat it, so I call that a win. I'm just going the simple route today. We have Campbell's Well Yes Power Spiced Chickpea. There are 10 grams of protein in it, and it's the primary thing that I'm always looking for when I'm eating meals, because I don't eat a lot of meat. I'm not a vegetarian, but I just don't enjoy most meat. So protein is always something that I am focused on getting enough of. So that is part of my lunch. And then, oh my gosh, these are delicious. If you have never had them, definitely recommend them. Off the Eaten Path. This is the ingredients that are in them. Delicious. We go through these very quickly, and Charlie has just discovered today that she likes them, so she says they're delicious. So going through them quickly means that it's just me and Brandon, typically, but so good. They're a decently healthy snack and tasty, so they win for me. I find them at BJ's, but I do know that other stores sell them as well. A little review on this soup. It is good. I do like it. It's definitely packed with good stuff in there. I think that the flavor is lacking a little bit, so it's not something that I find myself craving, but I do enjoy it, so it will work for today. Getting to dusting, but I just had to take a minute and stare at the driveway because I haven't seen that much of the driveway in a good long while. It's just been covered in snow for the last several months, so we still clearly have plenty of snow and ice, but there's driveway peeking out. I just came downstairs to start in on the undecorating, and little Colin Man has fallen asleep on the couch while they were watching a movie. Oh my gosh, so cute. Just the small amount of decor in the living room, but it is down, so let's bring it to the tote where it belongs. I'm gonna leave this out for a little bit longer because we are still writing, love notes for the kids each night. So we will do that through the end of February, so I will leave that out. This ended up falling down, and the little letters got all mushed up again, but it was after Valentine's Day when that happened, so it was beautiful while the holiday was here, and now I'm going to empty it out, and I'm not sure what I will put in either St. Patrick's Day or Easter. I'm going to leave the paper towels on the bottom just in case they're helpful with whatever I choose to decorate into it next. Okay, this has to go. This has been out since Christmas time, and it just like missed the boat on getting put away. So I think unfortunately it might get lumped in with the Valentine's Day stuff now, and I don't know. I should take the time to put it away in the correct tote, but the Christmas totes are bulging and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to make the less than smart choice. Remind me next Christmas that I did this so that I can take this one back out and enjoy it during that season again. When it was Eli's birthday time, we hung the birthday banner up there. That noise that you're hearing is the guinea pigs drinking. And the banner has since fallen down, but I know that the little pieces of tape that I put up there are still up, and so I need to get those down because knowing that they're there is driving me nuts. The day has progressed quite a lot, but we did get several things accomplished today. So I'm going to go through and mark off all of the things that we did do. Okay, so that's a decent amount of checks. Still some things to accomplish, but I like it. I'm feeling good about what I did get done today. The to-do list, of course, never really ends, so we will see what we can accomplish tomorrow, but for today, quite a few things got marked off the list. We got the dusting done, got the Valentine's Day decor down, and while I was putting the Valentine's Day decor away, I found some St. Patrick's Day items in that same tote, so I took those out, and I think that actually might be all I have for St. Patrick's Day decor. I don't have a ton of Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day decor. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Hank and Holly are wrestling in the background, and it's really beneficial for Hank to just get his energy out before he goes in his crate to go to bed at night. So trying to let them do their thing and get their energy out. They can get really wild though, so hopefully they will maintain a manageable level of noise. We'll see. So anyway, took the St. Patrick's Day decor out, and I put a few things around. I didn't really decorate per se for St. Patrick's Day. Kind of just put a few things around to get them off the counter, but there were a few other things that I don't know where I want to put them right now. And I do this sort of thing where I decorate for St. Patrick's Day and Easter basically simultaneously, because I have way more Easter decor than I do St. Patrick's Day decor. How do you handle these two holidays? These seem to be two of the ones that are so close together, and one is, for me, for our family, one is not as big in terms of decorating or celebrating. That would be St. Patrick's Day. We definitely do more for Easter with the kids and things like that. So I'm just wondering, how do you choose to handle decorating for St. Patrick's Day and Easter? Do you treat them completely separately and you decorate for St. Patrick's Day and then put that away and decorate for Easter? Or do you do them both kind of simultaneously? Do you start with St. Patrick's Day decor and then after that's been out for a little while, add in Easter, and then eventually take away St. Patrick's Day and add in more Easter? I don't know, what do you do? Do you have a completely different method? I would love to know. So share if you would like in the comments. And my sister did come over. She went to town with us. We were able to bring the papers where they needed to go, get Brandon what he needed to have at work, and we also went and did our little excursion for the supplies we were getting for a silly YouTube short that I wanted to make. We bought a bag of 120 red Solo cups, or like the Walmart version, and I had wanted to buy some of these for my kids just as items for them to play with at home anyway, because every year at school we do a winter carnival and teachers sign up for an activity to manage, and for the last several years I've done cup stacking, and we have a ton of Solo cup-esque cups. They don't have to be true Solo cups, but you know what I mean. And then we just we give the kids some basic ground rules of don't crush them on purpose, things like that, and then we set them free and they can try to build the largest tower possible. They can race to stack them, or we had some really creative things this year. We had one group that built a very large rectangular structure that had a little opening on the back side so they could kind of go in, and it was like a fort. That was really neat. Every year, even though we don't say anything about it, the kids seem to do the same thing where they'll put one child in the middle and then others will build all the way around them, and then they burst out afterwards. So just really a lot of creative things that the kids do with these cups. So it's been a lot of fun for me to be the manager of that activity. I had another coworker with me this year, so it was really nice to have two of us kind of tag teaming and to be together throughout the day. So I just was inspired from all the fun that I see our kids at school have with these cups to buy just a package here at home, not anywhere near as many as we have at school, but bought those. And another pro to this was that my sister and I decided to do a couple of YouTube shorts where we lined up one row of cups, jumped over them. That was pretty easy. Put on a second row, hopped over, still not too bad, and kept adding rows and seeing how long we could jump over without knocking any of the cups down. I will reserve the results. We did 2 total shorts, one where we ran and jumped over throughout that short, and then another one where we barely ran. It was more like just took a step or two into it and then tried to hop over 2 feet at a time. And so those 2 shorts will be up on my channel by the time that this video goes up. So I will reserve sharing the results with you and just encourage you to go check out those shorts. It was fun, silly, lighthearted. My sister and I are such kids together, and I adore it. There is a 9-year age gap between us, so throughout the years, it's not always been this way. We've always loved each other, and we've always liked each other a whole lot too, but when you're 9 years apart, that's basically a whole decade, and we've typically been in very different places in our lives throughout our childhood and adult years so far. So we're getting to the point where there's still some very big differences between the life that the things I have going on in my life versus where she's at in her life, but more similarities. And regardless of the fact that there are differences, we just, being adults, both of us being adults at this point, we just have so much fun together. We are silly, we are goofy. She pulls out my silliest side, and I adore it. So I love to spend time with her. I'm very glad that she just texted me this morning and said, "What are you doing today?" And this is where the day kind of went, and we ended up getting to do that silly thing together. And the kids were so excited to watch us do it, and they very much wanted to hop on their own little journey of cup stacking after that. So we ended up letting them stay up a little bit later than we had wanted to this evening, not much. And it's school vacation week, so it's really fine, but they were just so enthralled with stacking those cups and playing with them, and they're very excited to get up tomorrow and play with the cups. So for $10, 120 cups, and I can tell that it's going to keep my children entertained for quite some time. Really nice, simple, and inexpensive building material for them to use, and they are encouraged to not crush them. Oh gosh, we're getting feisty back there. They're encouraged to not crush them and to take care of them so that they have them and can continue to use them. So yeah, that's kind of what the day looked like. Got the things that I had really prioritized done and a couple of other things, so that's great. And we'll continue on with the to-do list tomorrow, just as we do every day, because there are very few days where I actually accomplish every single thing on my to-do list. And that's okay. That's normal. And I think that it's important that we normalize getting some things accomplished, but not aiming to get every single thing accomplished. So that's where I'm leaving things for today. I have some items to police here. I like to do like a little nightly reset around the house so that when I wake up in the morning, things are pretty tidy and in their place. So I'm gonna go take care of those couple of things and then get myself upstairs to take a shower and head to bed. So thank you so much for coming along with me today in this day in my life. I hope that you enjoyed seeing what we did today, and just were able to see like a little insider view of what life is like around here. It's pretty typical in terms of what other families do in a day, and I like to give a realistic view of life on my channel, because ultimately I'm aiming to create an environment that is uplifting and beneficial. And if I were to create an environment that was fake or dramatized or anything like that. It just wouldn't be authentic and therefore would not be as beneficial. So I am never going to claim to be able to get it all done in a single day or to be Superwoman. I have my Superwoman moments, but yeah, that's where we're at. So again, thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.